What's good, collective? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another pick a card reading with me today. So, to celebrate this good old Valentine's month, this month of love, also Black History Month, I will, this will be a who will you marry? I haven't really done a future spouse reading in a little minute. So, and I know many of you enjoyed the future spouse reading, so I definitely wanted to get that out here for this month. I think I'm gonna do an ancestor reading next. So, yeah, so this reading today will be about who you will marry. So we'll be getting a little bit about who that person is, maybe a little bit about their personality, or just whatever messages want to pop up. I like to leave my readings open just to see what Spirit wants you all to know. So we have three groups here. We have group number one, we have group number two, and group number three. So just make sure you're choosing with your intuition so that way you're choosing the group that will resonate with you the best. Definitely feel free to pick more than one group if you feel led to do so. But again, we have group one, group two, and group number three. When you're ready to go to your group or ready to listen to your reading, check out the description box below. The timestamps will be there. And also the comment section, the timestamp should be pinned there as well. So group one, group two, group three. I will see you all at your designated reading. Peace out. What's good, group number one? For those of you who were drawn to this first card here over to the left, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into who you will marry. So we're going to start off with this card, get some more oracle cards, then get some tarot, and then get some more oracle cards, and then we'll be finished with the reading. So who will you marry? This is for group number one. Kind of tapping into your person's energy. I feel very much in my head, like it almost feels a little bit like anxiety. So your person here may be someone who may have anxiety, or even because anxiety is more of like a fear of the future. So your person could just be someone who's very future oriented. Just they not may not be someone who's just like stuck on the past, but they may be someone who's very ambitious and just charismatic and just looks more towards the future and more towards what could come versus what didn't work in the past. But yeah, this person is definitely, they have a very unique mind. Um, they could be an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. But I feel like this person here is someone who's very smart, very intellectual. Picking up a little Virgo energy here too, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this card here. So this is going to be a word to describe your future spouse or this person that you will marry. Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. So this is someone who's very, very responsible. Picking up someone who is very, especially responsible with their finances, responsible with just any responsibilities that they have. They're not the type of person that will just blow money on anything. This not, of course, some people they may just like to buy things, and that's fine. But your person here, they're a little bit responsible with money. They're responsible with their time. They're responsible with other people as well. Um, yeah, I also feel like this person has a something about their career or something that they may do that is very helpful towards others. They may work in a helping profession, or they may, um, this person could also be a creative as well. For some of you, this could be a same sex connection. Seeing the rainbow here in the background. It's not for everybody. When it comes to these general readings, take what resonates and leave the rest. If that one thing didn't resonate for you, there's no need to get upset or angry. I've just had people in the past get so upset about one thing. The rest of the reading can resonate, but there may be one thing that they hear that they don't like, and they're just all upset about it. If that thing didn't resonate for you, just leave it. But and I feel like that's kind of like this person as well. This person is someone who's very direct. They tell you how it is. They are someone who they don't sugarcoat things. For some of you, this person may even come off as like people may look at this person as like rude or like bitchy or like an asshole, but in reality, this person just they don't deal with any bullshit. They're very much in their bag. They're very much focusing on themselves. I feel like this person is very single right now as well. Again, they're very much focused on themselves. You know, their money, finances. For some of you, this person could either be planning on purchasing a home. Um, so they may be like saving up or working on their credit, things like that to purchase a house. And for others of you, this person could already have a house. They could already be very well established in life, like have their own thing going. So I feel like when it comes to both of you coming to union with one another, it's more so going to be of the both of you got your own shit going on. You're both working on your own thing, and it's just kind of like a meld or a mesh of two lives coming together, two individuals, two whole and complete individuals coming together. So that's very beautiful here. And that may even be something at the beginning of this connection that you both may have to kind of work through, an obstacle per se. But it's something that either one of you, like the both of you, it will be nothing for you. You both are very responsible. You're both very mature. I just heard mature for your age. So this person could be, for some of you, this person could be like younger than you. I'm picking up somebody in their 20s. Um, but definitely, like, this person's very mature. They're very much on their grind. So let's get a little bit more about this individual. Okay, so this is for group number one. Tell us more about who group number one will marry. Who will group number one marry? I get one more. Okay. So we got victim pretends or prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So this could be someone who may have had a bit of a maybe not the best past or the best upbringing. They may have had a history, or not history, but a past of like a certain type of abuse, or maybe even like them dealing with like an addiction, or maybe somebody in their life dealing with some type of addiction, and that may have affected them in a negative way. Your person here is definitely, I feel like they're very much a loner. They may be someone who doesn't have a lot of like close friends, maybe very much like an introvert and just to themselves, very conservative of themselves. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like this person here, they have just had an upbringing that may have caused them to kind of shell up a little bit. And for others of you, that's just who this person is. That's just their personality. You know, I'm not trying to say that every introvert is traumatized, which I mean, for a lot of us, we are. But I feel like mostly this person, like, this is just their personality. They're just a little bit to themselves. They're not, um, what's the word? It's like they're quiet, but they're not shy. You know, they may prefer to be like to observe in silence, but like don't fuck with them. They do have a bit of a angry side to them. Let's just say that. Um, yeah, this person definitely lives in their head. I'm noticing how the character in here, her foot is in like this water here. So it's like this person is definitely has some subconscious like programming that maybe they're on this journey of reprogramming their mind, um, and just trying to get a different like what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, they're just. I feel like they're either on this journey currently and they made very good and positive strides, or they may be just starting off on this journey of reprogramming their mindset. They may be someone who's very spiritual or just getting into spirituality. There's something like new about what this person's doing, or it may be new to them. So this person could be like just now getting into like spirituality. They may have grown up maybe like religious or something, or maybe even like religious trauma, and they may now be, looking seeking a more spiritual path. And I feel like this spiritual path is leading, definitely number one, leading them towards you, but number two is preparing them for this relationship or this connection. Because for some of you, this person just may not be ready for this connection just yet. So you may be going through a couple, like another person or a couple of other people before you meet this person. But yeah, definitely this is someone who's had a bit of a past. Addict, yeah, okay. Helps you recognize or confront addictive behavior. So this person could definitely have maybe either dealt with addiction or dealt with maybe a family member or parent or something, somebody in their life who was dealing with addiction, and it may have caused trauma in this person's life. I feel like this person you're marrying, they may have a lot of trauma. For some of you, even like meeting this person, like you wouldn't really be able to tell that this person has gone through a lot of the things that they have gone through. So I feel like they've made a lot of positive strides, as far as like working through some trauma, or even if they haven't really worked through it, they're very good at masking, kind of making it seem like everything's okay, but in reality, they're going through all these thoughts and kind of living in their head regarding some things from their past. So definitely your person here, I feel like the biggest message from these cards is that your person definitely has a past. They have experienced a lot of trauma. They've experienced a lot of negative things or negative experiences. And I feel like they're on this path of healing and recovery. Yeah, I feel like either where they are now or maybe where they were in the past, if y'all were to have met, it just wouldn't have worked out. Because I feel like many of you've gone through your own shit. Like you're dealing with your own trauma. You've gone through your own healing, and it's like, to you, you be like, who the fuck am I to be helping this person with their trauma, and I'm still going through my stuff. So I feel like spirit, or the universe is kind of orchestrating things behind the scenes to make sure that you both are like ready for this connection. I feel like you definitely are for sure, and I feel like this person is, they're either ready or very close to being ready. Um, but if this had come into fruition in the past, it would not have worked out. Just being straight up with you, it this just would not have worked out in the past. So if many of you are wondering like, why haven't I met my person, why am I not in this beautiful relationship, it's because it just wasn't time. It's for this relationship here, this is about divine timing. The universe doesn't want to give you a connection or a relationship with somebody and neither one of you are ready for it. Oops. Sorry about that. My mic had fell off. But yeah, for sure, just wouldn't have been ready. Look at the bottom of the deck, it's death. So I feel like this connection is going through a bit of a rebirth. This your person here is wow. Your person is going through a rebirth right now. They're going through a lot of healing, a lot of upheaval, just things things that just maybe seeming a little bit chaotic for this person. They may be someone who doesn't like change. I don't know if y'all can like notice. I don't know why my fingers are doing that, but they just started trying to like interlock with one another. So both they may really like to hold hands with you a lot, and I also feel like this is just talking about union. So like the both of you coming into union with one another quite soon. It's like you're almost ready, but yeah, for sure, a lot of healing in this person's life at the moment. A lot of upheaval. Some of you, your person could have even gone through like a near death experience that just really sparked this new motion in their life to want better for themselves and do better for themselves. So let's get some tarot cards here. So who will group number one marry? For group number one, who will they marry? Eight of Pentacles. So definitely some Capricorn energy here. So this is someone who I feel like they're definitely a student of life. This is someone who um, yeah, the Fool at the bottom of the deck. Definitely a student of life. Someone who likes to try new things. Again, they're quiet, but they're not shy. So a lot of people tend to underestimate this individual, especially at work. Your person could be someone at their job who may work themselves up to a higher position. They're a very hard worker though as well. They're very hard worker. They're very diligent with their work, very patient. And I feel like this translates over into their love life in the sense of they're going to be very patient with this connection. Um, Again, the both of you have gone through a lot of traumatizing experiences. Um, and if things were to happen in the wrong way, the both of you just would like shut down and just not just not go for it. So I feel like the universe is like carefully look Four of Cups at the bottom. It's like coming out of nowhere. So the universe is like carefully orchestrating this union with one another. Um, yeah, definitely working behind the scenes here. This is someone who could be a creative in some type of sense, or like they may do something creative on the side. It could be there for their career as well, but I'm picking up something about something that they may do or make on the side. They may make money on the side. They may make things or like tangible things. They may make content. They may make art. But they make something. There's something that they make or cultivate or put together um, with their hands. Let's get some more cards here. They may be into like woodwork, so they may, um, yeah, I think that's what it's called. Is that or I feel like there's another official name for it. It's not a carpenter, is it? Is it a carpenter? Where people work with like wood, or they may make like different sculptures or different like trinkets and things like that with like wood or even other types of material. I don't know. Something very interesting about what this person may make. They have a very unique mind, very unique way of seeing things. Look, Seven of Pentacles. So seven, eight, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, Two of Pentacles for sure. A very expansive mind. This person's someone who's very progressive. I'm picking up someone who's definitely has more of a liberal perspective on life, especially politically as well. Um, But yeah, this person definitely enjoys work or enjoy what they do for work. Like for them, it doesn't really feel like work. It feels like just something that they're natural at or something that they're just very good at doing. Um, this person's very earthy here as well, so could have some Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, a lot of that in their chart, especially in like in their Venus or Mercury. Um, but yeah, for sure, definitely picking up someone who um, they're very grounded. They're very grounded here on Earth. Again, I feel like they're just now kind of getting into spirituality or kind of following a more spiritual path. Um, and I feel like right now they're kind of grounding themselves, making sure that they're kind of ready for that ascension, that spiritual ascension. Um, so I'm seeing a lot of pentacles here. Then you got the two of wands here. Oh, you got the five of swords at the bottom of the deck. So your person here, they're just very cautious of the people around them. I feel like they've gone through a lot of like betrayals, people like using them. Your person could have been a little bit of a people pleaser, but I feel like they've had a lot of people who like walked over them, underestimated them, um, or just really took from them or even stole from them in some type of way. And it's like that's why your person kind of keeps a small circle because of their past with certain people from their past. They're just very cautious of their energy and very cautious of who they let it inside their circle. Yeah. Hmm. This person's very patient. They're not in a rush in life. They are, again, they're very much a student of life. They're not in a rush. They understand that some things take time, some things may or may not happen, but it's all about being in the present moment. Whether they're learning that now or this is something that they have learned in the past, but they're definitely patient or learning to be more patient. But I feel like overall they are already someone who's just very patient, very diligent in what they do. They're very persistent. That's the word that's coming through. They're going to be very persistent in pursuing you as well. And I feel like they're going to be very persistent as far as like communication goes, as far as like really getting to know you more and getting to know who you are, understanding you a little bit more. Um, this person's a very good listener. They're very much an active listener. I'm drawn to this person here on this Seven of Pentacles. It's like they're listening to somebody talk or listening to somebody giving them some type of like wisdom or knowledge or educating them on something, and he's just looking very, you know, like he's learning. So I feel like your person here is someone who really loves to learn as well. They like new experiences with this two of wands. They're very much into trying out new things, going different places, enjoying the vibe. Let me get one of these cards here. A little bit more about who they are. Okay. Here at the bottom of the deck, you got oyster. So definitely a creative in some type of way. They're very passionate about what they do. Sea serpent. First thing I'm noticing is a lot of blue here. So this person could be have a very active throat chakra. So this person's definitely very much good at like expressing themselves. They may have a very unique way of expressing themselves. So they may express themselves creatively. They may express themselves through their work, their art. They may express themselves through writing. They may express themselves through, um, I don't know, just maybe talking or speaking, or maybe even the way that they dress. They may have a, I'm not really picking up like a fashionista or anything like that, but they could, they may have an okay way of dressing. It may not be something that's like super unique or anything like that, but they may have a very like basic way of dressing themselves, or they may not be too adventurous when it comes to like their aesthetic or the way that they look. They may even have like a signature haircut. um, yeah, I feel like this is someone who, they may have like a signature haircut, or even like a signature color that they may wear more often. They may have like a signature piece of jewelry. I'm seeing somebody with like a bracelet. I'm seeing a Nazar. So somebody may wear like a Nazar bracelet or necklace. Keep away the evil eye here. Um, yeah, something about they may have something that's a staple of theirs, whether it's their clothes, jewelry, hairstyle. I don't know, something that they may be known for in their um, family or friend group or community. But definitely a unique individual in, especially the way that they think about things. I know I keep repeating that, but something about the way that they think is just very unique. I'm also drawn as well about with this sea serpent or the sea snake biting, going to bite their tail. So my goodness, group number one, my mic keeps on like falling off for some reason. It's never done this before. So there may even be like something or someone around you who doesn't even want this um, connection to come into fruition, because something doesn't even want me to speak about this. I don't know why, but we're going to get it through. Um, I even lost. No, I was talking about the sea serpent here biting his tail. So I feel like some the word that's coming kind of coming through is infinity. And the thing that's kind of coming, and the phrase that's coming through is to infinity and beyond. So this could be someone who's definitely going to express their love to you in a very like romantic way. Because I'm hearing like I love you to infinity and beyond. Y'all may have like a certain thing that y'all may say with one another, or a certain like phrase, or a certain like, this is our thing that we say, or this is our handshake. Um, but yeah, it's definitely giving very unique connection here. So I'm gonna close this reading off with a few of these cards. Group number one. Okay. So we got heart to heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with one another. So I feel like this feel these few cards here feel like um, when you first meet. Yeah, this is almost like a first impressions of one another. Um, so heart to heart conversations. I feel like this is someone who um, you can definitely kind of let your guard down with this person. Well, not kinda. You can let your guard down with this individual. I feel like they're very non-judgmental. I feel like you're very non-judgmental as well. So it's like anything goes. As long as you're not hurting or harming anybody, or hurting or harming yourself, if that's who you are as a person, cool. So I feel like that's just type of person who they are. They're very non-judgmental. They love to learn new things about other people, even though they may be a little bit slow to open up about themselves. They definitely enjoy learning about others as well. So I feel like meeting when you first meet each other, you're gonna have a lot of like deep conversations, really just learning to understand each other, get to know each other on a deeper level, especially on the emotional level. So a lot of talk, a lot of conversations. You got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So I feel like it's going to be, you both are for sure going to have romantic feelings for one another when you first meet. Um, yeah, definitely for sure, like some like automatic, like immediate feelings for one another off of first sight. It may not necessarily be love at first sight, but it's definitely like, okay, I got feelings for this person. But so the feelings are going to be there at the start. I feel like, falling in love wise, it's just going to take just really getting to know each other a little bit more, taking your time, being patient with this earth energy here. But ultimately, I feel like from the start, you both are going to be like, okay, I feel something with this person, and I know that this is going to go somewhere more than where it is. So, a lot of romantic feelings here. And then you got calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So, this is your spirit guide saying, don't give up on love. Keep on going. Some of you may be very single, and you may have been single for a while, for a long time. But this is your spirit guide saying, like, hey, we know, we see you, we got you. We're just working some things behind the scenes to make sure that you both are prepared for this connection and for this union, and not, and so this wouldn't be a fuck up. We don't want this to be, we don't want to screw this over. We want this to work out right. Because again, I feel like, when it comes to y'all coming into union with one another, um, it's like the both of you have had your past. Like the both of you may have had, shitty things happen for you in the past when it comes to your love life. And you're both just very cautious of that. So y'all may have a bit of a wall up or be a little bit hesitant um, on inviting a connection into your life like this. But ultimately, it's something that I feel like the walls are going to come down. You're both going to have these heart to heart conversations, and these romantic feelings are going to grow even more. Um, but yeah, group number one, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how the reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What's good, group number two? For those of you who are drawn to the middle card, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into who you will marry. Um, so, yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Just a reminder, take what resonates and leave the rest. Got to remind folks sometimes. So, starting off, we're going to start off with this card here. That's a word to describe your future spouse. Um, but firstly, tapping into this energy, I'm picking up a lot of fire energy. Honestly, I'm picking up a lot of sexual energy. I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm picking up a lot of sexual energy. So I feel like for sure the passion's gonna be there. Like it's gonna be there and it's gonna be there hard. No pun intended. So for sure, like you both are definitely gonna find each other like physically attractive, like very physically attractive. And I feel like your person here has a very strong libido, is what I'm hearing. This person is someone who really enjoys expressing their passion in a sexual way. Like this is someone who's like very romantic. I'm getting who is that from the Adams family? The dad is Gomez, right? Yeah, Gomez from the Adams family. Because I'm seeing like Gomez and Morticia's dynamic, and I feel like that's the type of marriage that you both will have. Is this very romantic, very like deeply in love with one another. Like you don't even see anybody else but each other and your kids. So definitely kids, if that's what you want. If you don't want that, you may need to talk with this person or take safety precautions. But I definitely feel like this connection is very fiery. Both of you may have your Venus sign in a fire sign. Um, but yeah, for sure, like such a fiery, like passionate connection. I'm even seeing like the devil in my mind's eye. So very passionate. It could get a little toxic. Not necessarily, because I don't want to say that to like scare you or make you feel like, oh, we're gonna get toxic and then we're gonna divorce and like, no, I'm not picking up all of that. But it may get to a point to where it's like, I don't know, like you may start to get a little codependent on one another. And that's an easy fix. I feel like there's something, as long as y'all start off this connection with strong and clear communication, clear intentions on what you want out of this connection and where you want things to go, setting and maintaining healthy boundaries with one another, you're good. But I feel like that's just how strong of a connection this is. Like you both are just so fucking in love with one another. Like deeply. Like I haven't like felt this type of energy in a minute. Like this is like deeply in love with one another. Okay, let me get into the cards because this energy, you got past. So this card is supposed to be a card to represent your future spouse or a word that represents them. So it says, through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. So this is someone who is very transformative. Picking up like Scorpio energy, which definitely goes with that sexual energy there. Um, Picking up water, so heavy on the Scorpio, but also picking up Cancer and Pisces as well. But a healed Cancer and Pisces, because you know there's a difference. There's a big difference. So I definitely feel like this is someone who is has gone through a lot of transformations in her life. I feel like this is someone like if you would have seen pictures of them or even known them back in like high school, like who they are today, the adult that they are today is just completely different. Like they've done an entire 180. So I feel like your person here is just someone who's going through a lot of transformations, both internally and externally. They've um, they've cultivated a lot of wisdom and knowledge throughout their experiences in life. I'm picking up like college may have been a very important time for them or a very transformative like time for them if they did go to college, um, or even like their past has motivated them to be a better person or to want better for themselves. This could even have to do with their family. Maybe they have family who this is just an example. Maybe their family, there's heart disease that run in the family. So maybe your person here is like, okay, I don't want to deal with the same things that people from my past or my family have dealt with. So I'm going to make changes to my diet. I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to take these certain supplements to make sure that I don't end up the same way that the people from my past did or my family members did. So I definitely feel like your person here is someone who learns from not only their mistakes, but they kind of learn vicariously through other people's mistakes as well. So very intelligent person, very like I don't know, like very much a vibey type of person. They're definitely into like energy work, feeling energy, maybe even an energy healer for somebody here. But definitely, like, they don't let the past hold them back. They're definitely not someone who's depressed. They may have dealt with depression in the past, but I feel like who they are now is like the opposite of their past. in a good way, in a very positive way. So let's get a little bit more about this person, who they are. They've definitely, like, I just heard the phrase make lemons out of lemonade. No, no, no. Make lemonade out of lemons. That's the phrase, right? Yeah, make lemonade out of lemons. So I feel like your person here has definitely, they've gone through a lot of delays and setbacks and just things that didn't go the best for them in the past. And it's like they have learned to alchemize that. Okay, there's the word. They're an alchemist. They've learned to alchemize this energy from the past, or alchemize energy that didn't work out for them or didn't work out for others, and they've alchemized it into energy that does work for them, energy that benefits them. So they're definitely an alchemist. They've definitely transmuted a lot of energy through a lot of their experiences. What's this? Child divine. So it came out in reverse. So the shadow attribute here is in inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So they may have had like an upbringing or like a past in their childhood that may not have been the best, or maybe they just have experienced a lot of ACEs, so child or adverse childhood experiences that have caused them to be or grown up to may not have been as happy with themselves or happy with the trajectory of their life. So I feel like your person again has like alchemized a lot of this energy from their childhood or from their teenage years, or from certain points in their life that didn't work out for them, and they've changed it and transmuted it into something more, much more positive. So this person that you were married is someone who's very transformative. Like they're always transforming, they're always changing. They don't let the past and even like the shitty things that may have happened to them in the past cause them to be a shitty person in the future. So very like humble individual here as well. Very much connected, or I feel like they're even currently right now learning to connect more with their inner child, connect more with those unhealed parts of themselves so they can heal it and work through it, to definitely prepare themselves for better unions in their life. Can I get one more? Oh, thank you. Hero, heroine. So passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Yeah, your person here is someone who is definitely into like self empowerment. This is someone who tries to see the brighter side of things or see things from a better perspective, or a different point of view. So your person here is someone, just like they're climbing the mountain here, they've gone through a lot of trials, tribulations, a lot of obstacles, setbacks, delays. They've just had a lot of things in their life that just did not go the right way or didn't go the way that they wanted it to. But I feel like no matter what was thrown at them, they've just overcome it. Like this person is just constantly transforming. They're constantly, taking what's thrown at them, transmuting it into energy that benefits them. So definitely like heavy on the alchemist vibes here. Like heavy, heavy, heavy. And you may even resonate with a lot of this as well. You may even consider yourself an energetic alchemist. You may even resonate with a little bit of like their past as well. And that may be something that you both like bond over, is like your past experiences. Somebody has like a dark sense of humor as well. So somebody may make a joke out of like a shitty thing that may have happened to them in the past. But that's just who they are. I just feel like it's nothing to be offended over. That's just how they deal with certain things. They may have a very different way of dealing with trauma. Um, Kind of reminds me of one of my coworkers. She was talking to me about how her uncle had died by suicide, and he had hung himself. And when she was talking to me about it, she like made this movement, like she like tied a rope around her neck, and then she kind of did like a little thing to like somebody's hanging themselves, and I'm like you're really joking about that, okay? But it's like some people deal with certain things in different ways, and if that's how somebody wants to deal with it, that's okay. um, that's just them. So I feel like your person here has a unique way of dealing with their past or dealing with certain experiences, but they've definitely always come out on top. People around them are jealous of them as well. They may have a lot of haters, a lot of envy and gossip about them. And that's only because people are jealous of how resilient and how strong this your person is here. They've gone through a lot of bullshit. A lot of bullshit. And it's like they always come out on top. They're always staying positive and optimistic. They're always persevering. Your person is super strong. Like a hero, like Superman. They're maybe not physically, but mentally and emotionally, they're fucking strong. They're a warrior. And it's like they definitely, I feel like I saw, yeah, a storyteller at the bottom of the deck. So they definitely have a story to tell. They are someone who have a lot of, going through a lot of things and experience a lot of things. I'm picking up something about their teenage years. They may be needing a little bit of inner teenager healing. But I feel like, especially through their teenage, high school, and maybe early on into college, if they did go to college, they've just had a lot of, they've just seen a lot of things and experienced a lot of things, even things that, well, a lot of things that they haven't even told other people. So they may have a book in their heart to write. So at some point in y'all's marriage, it can be later down the line. It can be 20 years later, and they decide, like, hey, I'm ready to tell my story. I'm ready to write it down. So they may either write their story down or they may speak it. They may want to do like motivational speaking. They may decide to do a workshop or a course. Um, but definitely, I feel like your person here, they've just gone through a lot. They've survived through a lot. I just heard war, so your person could be from a country to where they may be experiencing a lot of war and a lot of like, um, just a lot of bad, evil shit going on, you know? Um, but yeah, they've gone through a lot, and it's like they have a story to tell. And I feel like you meeting one another, you're going to be the first person that hears their full entire story. And you may even encourage them to, like, okay, hey, babe, you need to write this down, or you need to maybe get a podcast or a YouTube channel or something. You like, because I feel like your person, their experiences are going to be like them talking about it. They have a very open throat chakra, or they may be going through an expansion in that, but they have a story to tell that's going to be helpful for a lot of people. I'm picking up a lot. I just heard a lot of young people. They may help a lot of young people, so they could work with kids, work with youth, in some type of way or capacity. Teacher, principal, social worker. They may work in a nonprofit, um, but definitely they have a very powerful story to tell that's going to be so helpful for people, especially youth. And it's going to be different for everybody. Everybody has different experiences, so it's going to be different stories out there. But no matter what, somebody's going to resonate with that. I'm even picking up for you as well. You may have a story to tell also. So don't be afraid to speak up. Write it down if you want. Journal something. So let's get a little bit more about your person here. Who will group number two marry? Three of Wands. What's this? Four of Swords. This came out sideways, so I'm going to keep that sideways. Three of Wands. So starting off with this Four of Swords on the side. So this could be someone who, something about rest. Your person here could be someone who may be on the go a lot, especially with this Three of Wands here. This could be someone who's on the go a lot. They may even travel a lot. They may do something to where they're kind of like moving around a lot. For somebody here, this person could even work in like the military or the army or some type of uniform job. With this Justice at the bottom of the deck, picking up Libra energy as well. Um, but yeah, I feel like your person here is someone who I just heard they need to sit their asses down. So your person here could be like a bit of a busybody. They may like to stay busy. They may always be doing something. They may even have a certain like tick to where they're always like, because I'm noticing like my mom has this has been my entire life. She has this towel, like she has a towel. She may change it out every once in a while, but a towel, and she just fidgets with it. Both her and her twin sister both do it. I tell them all the time, I'm pretty sure y'all are autistic, but they, for some reason, look at that as a negative thing. So your person here could be very neurodivergent. They can be someone who they could be autistic. They could have ADHD, but I feel like they may have like a certain tick or something that they may do a lot, something that they may do with their hands. So I'm seeing somebody like fumbling with their hands, or maybe fumbling with their shirts, fumbling with their hairs. This could be someone who likes to play in their hair a lot. So I'm seeing somebody like twirl their hair. I don't know, but I feel like your person is a busybody. They just like to just be on the go, do new things, try different things. They may have a little Sagittarius in their chart as well. Um, I'm picking up even like with this Three of Wands energy, this person may like to go like out to eat. Like if they go out to eat, they may not go out to eat to the same place more than twice. This may be someone who's like, okay, I'm craving Mexican food. I've tried this Mexican place already. I've tried this Mexican place already. So I want to try this Mexican place over here and see what they're about. So your person likes to try new things, experience new places, new experiences as a whole. Let's get one more. I want one more. So very adventurous person. They may have an adventurous palate. Excuse me. My oh my. So definitely a throat chakra expansion going on in this person's life, or they may have an just have an open throat chakra. Picking up Indian, this person could have a be of Indian descent, or like they could be from India. They could live at a distance from you as well, so this may start off as a long distance thing. I'm seeing the boats and the stuff in the water, and it's like land on the other side. So you may meet this person while traveling, while out and about. Because again, your person here, they're someone who may be a little bit out and about. So I feel like you're not going to meet them at home. Like you're not going to meet them sitting at home. You're definitely not going to meet them online. They may be traveling to your country or where you are, or you could be traveling to where they are when you meet each other. But definitely Four of Swords here. This person here, they may need to like sit down. They may not have the best relationship with like self care. They may not be the best at taking care of themselves. They may like exercise. They may, do things like that. But they don't. They may not necessarily take care of their head or their brain. Like they need time to rest and reflect. But yeah, for sure they need to sit down somewhere. Death. Look at this Scorpio energy, y'all. And then at the bottom, Ten of Cups. So again, more water energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Heavy, heavy, heavy on the Scorpio energy here. So very, very transformative individual. This is somebody who's going through rebirth after rebirth after rebirth. They've gone through so many new things, new challenges, new places. They may have lived in different places, or they may have just traveled to a lot of different places. But I feel like overall, this person has just gone through a lot of shifts and changes in their lives. And I feel like they're very open to change. They actually really like change. They love to do, again, they have this adventure energy to them. So they enjoy doing new things. They enjoy meeting new people. Even if they're even if they may not be the most like extroverted person, um, they actually just enjoy life and enjoy meeting others, doing new things. But again, very, very, very transformative person. Again, heavy on that Scorpio energy. I feel like they've lost a lot of people in their life as well. Picking up specifically, they may have lost like to death, like they may have lost like a mother figure or a feminine energy in their life who they were really close to. So they may have lost this person. For some of you, this may have even like caused them to want to do something different with their life. Okay, we got Earthworm. So a little bit of Earth energy here. Um, hmm. So one thing I'm picking up off this card here is that their externally doesn't reflect them internally. Externally, they may come off as one way, but I feel like internally, when you finally get to know this person or the people who they actually let inside their circle, they actually have a lot of color on the inside. So this person may come off as very intense or very like stoic or very you may not see like on the outside you may not be able to tell like okay this person's very colorful on the inside or this person's very creative or very as goofy as they are because I feel like how they present themselves to the world or to other people or even at work they may be very like business very stern but like to the people who like their family and close friends which they don't have a lot of close friends they have a very tight circle to the people that they actually love and care about, they have a much more goofy, extroverted personality. I like this person's energy though. I feel like you're really gonna like their energy too. It's gonna take some getting to know each other and getting used to one another. But I feel like once this person finally lets you in, or once you both open up to one another, like you're gonna be very very pleased and surprised with each other and who you both are. So again, I feel like this person definitely has a exterior that may be a little bit different than who they are internally. And it's not that they are afraid to show themselves, but I feel like they're just cautious over their energy. They don't let everybody into their energy. Hold on, I'm actually being led for this group. I'm actually being led to read this card from the book if I can find it. Uno momento. Ah, here it is. Okay, let's see. So, um, Earthworm here says shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. Yeah, we have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. So this could be someone that may be experiencing like a career shift or may be trying something different. They may be in a completely different field. But I feel like ultimately this person just isn't afraid to try new things. Again, they enjoy change, they enjoy new stuff. This could even be the type of person that, like, if they're in a career, like, they're only going to give themselves like 2 years. They're either going to move up, like in promotion wise, or they're going to move out so to somewhere different, somewhere better. So your person here, again, they're not afraid to change. They like to master new things. They're almost like a what's the word? Student of life. They love to learn new things in life. They feel like life is too short to only have one specific belief, one path, one this, one that. They want more for themselves, and they want to, and they do that. They take action on that. Let's get some of these cards here to close the reading off. I get one more. Okay. So you got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah. So again, your person may be from at a distance from you. They may be from a different country or different state or different province, a different company, a different organization. I don't know, but I feel like they're a little bit different than your usual type or expectation. And I feel like for sure the sexual energy, the physical attraction is going to be there, but there's something about them that's a little bit different than the people that you're used to dating. Um, so, like it says here, just keep an open mind, and just be open. Open your heart up. I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody. Maybe, reading this, you've never really dated somebody who was like you. Maybe you're used to dating other people who are completely different than you, or maybe very toxic. So I feel like this person's just going to be different than who you're used to dating. All right, then you got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So this person, something about career with this individual. So some of you may meet this person through your career. You may be traveling for work when you meet them, or they may be traveling for work when you meet them. But yeah, I definitely feel like career and finances have something to do with how you both will meet. Um, I feel like for sure you all may, for many of you, you may meet through your career in some type of way, or through your job, or through your field. Um, this could even be like your best friend's coworker, your best friend's boss, but something to do with work has something to do with how you both will meet or come into union with one another. So far, this deck, especially the last group, these cards kind of feel more so about like how you'll meet or even first impressions of one another. Um, I definitely feel like first impression wise, you're definitely going to be very intrigued with one another. You're both going to be very open. I see how this guy here and this woman here, they're kind of leaning towards each other. They're very interested in the other and very interested in what the other person is saying and talking about. You may even have a friend who may help you. So you may meet through a friend or a mutual friend. Here at the bottom of the deck, you got attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So for sure, meeting this person, is going to be an instant attraction to one another. I like this energy for y'all. So group number 2, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out. What's good, group number 3? For those of you who were drawn to the last card here on the right, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into who you will marry. So let's go ahead and hop into the reading. So as I was kind of tapping into y'all's energy, I was um, kind of drawn to this Chalcedony crystal here that was sitting over here. Um, So I feel like your person is someone who, because Chalcedony is really good for like emotional balance. So I feel like your person is someone who is very emotionally balanced. They're very emotionally mature. They're mature in general, but especially emotionally. They're very emotionally intelligent. So this is someone who's very interested in having deep conversations. This may even be something that, like, when you both meet each other, you may feel a little bit, not necessarily intimidated, but like you may feel like this person's coming off as intense, but I feel like this intensity is more so of them just really being extremely drawn to you, extremely drawn to your light, and just really getting to know you more on a deeper level. This person's not interested in like surface level shit. They don't give a fuck about that. You know, they'll ask your favorite color and all of that, but like I feel like through, again, this is that emotional intelligence, like through conversations with you and having conversations regarding your past, your upbringing, who you are, what you like, what you don't like. You may be telling them about an experience in your childhood, and you may, you know, mention like, oh, this was my favorite color, you know, in this story that you're telling. So your person here is very much like an active listener. You don't have to tell them these surface value things. They're gonna get this information through these deep conversations, through these deep emotional conversations you're gonna be having with one another. So definitely someone who's very, very mature, and you're like, yes, because you're tired of dealing with like very immature people, people who are very emotionally unavailable, people who just really don't get you or who you don't really vibe with, or even people who don't really communicate their emotions in a healthy and effective way. So I feel like this person that you're going to be marrying in group number three is definitely checking off those boxes as far as emotionally balanced, mentally stable, financially stable as well. Um, yeah. So Chalcedony may be a sign for you regarding this connection, or even a crystal that you may even want to work with, or your person may work with. But yeah, so this card here is going to be a card to a word that is going to describe your person. So let's go ahead and hop in it. Friendliness. I love to see that. Okay, that's cute. So, friendliness, you are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love based connections. So, this is someone who, like, they're very easy to talk to. They're very, very easy to talk to. You're going to have conversations with this person. Like, you'll be sitting there thinking, like, oh, this is just going to be a couple of minutes. And you look at the clock, and an entire hour has passed. So, this is someone who I feel like you can get lost in conversations with, because you're going to be really bonding over a lot of experiences or shared experiences from your past. And I feel like it's not necessarily like trauma bonding, because i think I think that was group number two where I talked a little bit about trauma bonding. But I feel like for this group here, it's going to be more so about like, oh, you like skateboarding, I love skateboarding. You like to eat food, I like to eat food. You like to go get drunk on Saturday nights, I love to go get drunk on Saturday nights, maybe even Sunday nights. So it's like the both of you really bonding over like positive and happy experiences, or something that you both, or maybe like a hobby, or something that you both will bond over. Um, but again, it feels more positive versus like trauma or something bad or negative. Now, sure, you may trauma bond over certain things, but I feel like overall, you both are really going to click over something that, over a shared similarity. But this person is definitely someone who's very friendly. They're very easy to talk to. So your person here could be someone who communicates for a living. They may work in some type of field or something to where they're having to communicate with people. It can be like customer service. They could be like some type of manager or boss or supervisor to where they have to communicate to their employees or give presentations or things like that. Somebody here, this person may work in like corporate, in a corporate world. I'm seeing the justice card as well. So this person could work in like the justice department or work in like, um, I just heard detective, counselor, social worker, therapist. I just heard principal as well or teacher. But I feel like overall, this person is very good at connecting with others. Um, yeah, very, very good at that. um, but yeah, let's go ahead and move on. I really like this person's energy though so far. I feel like this is someone who's very down to earth. This is the type of person that will literally give you the shirt off their back. Like literally. Like this is someone who's super just very like optimistic and very like just very invested in other people and making sure that other people have what they need in life to be successful. So again, it makes me feel like this person is working in some type of helping profession. Let's get a little bit more about this person, a little bit more about their personality maybe. Okay. Look at the bottom of the deck. You got networker enhances unity through sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. Yeah, your person's a networker. They love to network with others. Um, Something that they may do for a career, or maybe even just this is who they are. 1 to 3 on my little timestamp up here, but this is just who this person is. They're a lot more extroverted. I'm just picking it up from this person. They're very much an extrovert. You know, very different from the other two groups. Those two groups, their person was a little bit more of an introvert, and more so a little bit more so to themselves versus your person who's very much an extrovert. They love people. They love to talk to people. They love to be around people. This could even be a connection to where it's like this person's the golden retriever and you may be the black cat. Um, so I feel like your person here is just someone who's very much into connecting. They love to connect with others. Let's see what other cards here. Prostitute. So it accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So I feel like your person here is someone who's very resourceful, someone who, they kind of make something out of nothing. Even if you may give them $1 and they may stretch that dollar to $1,000 in some type of way. They have a very unique mind. They may even be like an entrepreneur of some sort. Um, this person may even have some type of material gain or material wealth. I feel like this is someone who, through their connections, through their connections and through their networking, they've been able to cultivate a very comfortable life for themselves. Um, so definitely, I feel like this could be someone who's very like financially well off. Um, I feel like this is someone also who has multiple streams of income versus just one primary source of income. I don't know why I'm saying like movie director. Somebody could be a writer. Somebody could work in the entertainment industry. I mean, shit, this person could be having OnlyFans. If that's what they want to do and it gives them money, then that's on them. That's not everybody though. Maybe for like 1 or 2 of you, if that's something that you wouldn't mind. But I definitely feel like this person, they make money. They make good money. They're not struggling in that sense. Hmm. Yeah, they this is could be someone who's a little bit of a material person, picking up Taurus energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so a lot of earth energy from this person, picking up a little bit of air, picking up some Gemini and Aquarius from them too. So definitely someone who, um, yeah, they like money, and I see nothing wrong with that. I feel like a lot of people shame people who want money, when in reality, you gotta have some money to get the things that you want in life. And I feel like your person here, they understand that, and they're not afraid to go after what they want. So love this energy for them because it feels like they're very much of a free spirit. They're not bound to the traditions of society and the social norms. This person is much more of a outside of the box type of person. And I feel like you may be someone who's a little bit more introverted, a little bit more, not too worldly or too mundane. And I feel like, this person's going to show you like, hey, it's okay to want, these material things. It's okay to want a really good, nice car. It's okay to want a big house. You don't have to live in a tiny home if you don't want to. You may be destined for more of a more luxurious lifestyle. So this person may even introduce you to that. Um, some of you may be fearful of that because you may fear of like losing yourself, but I feel like that's not going to be the case with this group. Like, if this person introduces you to more of a luxurious, more of a wealthier lifestyle, I feel like it's more so because that's where you're meant to be in life. You're meant to be taken care of. Um, Something I'm picking up for you, group number three. You're meant to be taken care of, both by the universe and also by your man or your woman, whoever this may be. Them, they, them. I don't know. But for sure, you're definitely meant to be taken care of. Um, you're not meant to be struggling anymore. I feel like you've kind of gone through that in the first part of your life, and I feel like this next phase in your life, when you do meet this person, if you haven't already, it's definitely going to be introducing you into a more smoother lifestyle. So you got Messiah here serving humanity with humility. So this is someone who's very humble. This person could have a lot of money, but they're very humble. They may use their money to actually help others. For somebody here, this person could have like a foundation that they may, grant money, like grant funding towards other like organizations or certain communities or countries, things like that. It may come down from their family. They may have family wealth, or what is that? What is it called? Generational wealth. They could have a little bit of that. Their family could be very well off, or this person could have worked themselves up to where they are very rich and well off, or very wealthy. Um, but yeah, this person's very humble. They're not the type to rub in their blessings or rub it in other people's faces like, oh, I got more money than you, or I got this more than you. Like, no, this person's very humble. They're very kind as well. Um, yeah, they're very, very kind. They're very open hearted. They have a very open and generous heart. Um, Now, they're definitely not a people pleaser, like, not at all. Just because a family member or a friend asks them for money doesn't mean that they're just gonna be giving it to them all the time. Like, this type of person that's gonna be like, okay, so what do you need it for? How are you gonna spend this money? You asked me for $2,000. I'm not giving you this $2,000 for you to just blow it on some clothes that you don't really need. Like, what are you gonna use it for? How is this gonna actually benefit you and help you in life? So your person here, again, they're very giving, but they're not a people pleaser. They're going to make sure that this energy exchange, which money is a form of energy, they're going to make sure that an energy exchange is going to be an equal exchange and not just some bullshit. Your person's very intuitive here as well. Very, very intuitive. They can really, they're very good at sensing things. This person could definitely be a business type of person. They could have their own business. Because I'm picking up like this person is very strategic. They're very much like, they're not just doing things just to do it. They have a goal for themselves. They have a vision for themselves. This could be someone who does like vision boards, or um, who may like to journal or script out what they are wanting to manifest for themselves. So they may be someone who's very big into manifestation, the laws of the universe, picking up a very spiritual person here. And I feel like this is someone who got like a really good grasp on spirituality. They really understand manifestation and understand how to manifest things effortlessly. So this is someone who manifests things effortlessly. What else can you tell us about group number 3, who they will marry? I get one more, or how many is this? One, two. Yeah, let me get one more. Who will group number 3 marry? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, you got 2 of Pentacles. So definitely this is someone who, this could be someone who has multiple streams of income. They may be a little bit busy as far as their career goes. Because I feel like they just have multiple things. They have a lot going on. Again, they're a networker. They're not just bound to one thing or one career, one field. They're all around the place. They may like to travel a lot with the world here, so they may like to travel a lot, or they may travel for work. But I feel like ultimately they travel a whole bunch, and you both may travel a lot with one another as well. This is giving me like boss, king, queen, like running things type of energy. This is definitely someone who's a leader, someone who's like they got their own thing going. This could be like a CEO of a company or a president of a company. Like this is the type of energy I'm picking up from this person. Like this person, like they make good money, like really, really, really good money. Like that, for some of you, even as well, this person may be working for like a family business that may have been passed down to them, or just working for the family business if that resonates for them. This could even be someone who may be a part of a organization that may be like international or known worldwide. Um, I'm trying to think of like, for instance, like uh, I don't know, like Coca Cola. I feel like they have warehouses and things around the world. They're not just based in the United States. They may have warehouses in other countries or other parts of the world. So that may be something that your person right here does. They may work for a company that's known internationally or have multiple locations. So they may travel to different locations just to make sure things are running smoothly, or whatever they may need to do, or whatever their position may be. I just heard marketing as well. They may be into marketing. So look at this King of Swords. So this is definitely like a leader. This is like a natural leader. This is someone who is like boss type of energy. If this person's not in this energy now, this is definitely in their cards. Like if they're not in some type of leadership role or position now, they're playing themselves small. They are playing themselves small. They have this like natural tenacity to them that I feel like would be super beneficial to the world and super beneficial to some type of business or company. Like I feel like they need to be working themselves up if they haven't already. But I feel like for a good majority of you, this person is already in some type of leadership position. They're leading. They're um, managing others. Could be a manager of some sort. They're definitely managing people. They got people underneath them. I just heard subordinates. So they definitely have employees or staff members that they kind of manage. Um, I love this person's energy though. It's a very strong masculine type of energy. It's very, very, very divine masculine, but not the type of divine masculine that's like an asshole. We all know that type of divine masculine. But this feels like the type of divine masculine that also recognizes the divine feminine as well. So this is someone who's very humble. They're not going to be like, oh, I got all this money. I'm in this big position. I'm your boss. So you just do what I tell you to do. They're not that type of person. They're not an asshole. This person is a very fair leader. They're very, yeah, they're very fair, very equal, especially like if their staff or employees like they're doing a great job, they're gonna your person's gonna make sure that they get like a bonus or they may get a raise or there's a promotion on the table. They actually look out for the people under them or the people that they're leading. I love this person's energy, by the way. Very friendly, again, very friendly vibes, very easy to talk to. Six of Swords. So again, more travel energy from them. So this person travels a lot. This could even be someone who may work in like the military or something. They may have to move for that. That's not for everybody. This maybe a few of y'all. Whew. But this person's energy is very powerful. Like they have a lot of power to them. Like they're definitely not the one to like try to get one over on. Very powerful, very strategic, very good planner and organizer. This is the type of person that makes lists. Like if they're trying to organize something, they're going to make a list. Or if they're going to go grocery shopping, they're going to make a grocery list. Very organized, a very good planner. They may even plan your wedding. But this is definitely also someone who, again, that kind of goes with his leadership vibes. They're not afraid to leave something or someone behind that just no longer serves them. They're not afraid of change. They're not afraid of doing things differently. They're not afraid of innovation. If they need to leave something behind, they will do it in the drop of a hat. So let's get one more card on this individual. Look at the bottom of the deck, you got the Hawk. So for sure, more leadership vibes. Your person's a natural leader here. The Giselle. So some fiery energy here from this person as well. So could have some Sagittarius, Leo, Aries type of energy to them, especially Aries. I feel like this is someone who's very like charismatic. I'm drawn to like the red and orange and yellow. So this is like the lower chakras. So this could be someone who has a very active lower chakras. They're very grounded. They're very comfortable in their sexuality and comfortable in how they express themselves. They know their power with the solar plexus energy. They know their power. They know what they bring to the table, and they don't let anybody water them down. This is somebody who's very, very powerful and knows their power. One of the affirmations that I repeat every day, that's kind of coming to mind for this person is, and it's actually the one that I use for my solar plexus, is I know my value and worth, and I will never shrink or lessen myself for anyone or anything. So I feel like this person stands on that. They stand on business. They know what they bring to the table. They know their value. They know the knowledge that they have, the wisdom that they can relay, and they're not going to water themselves down just because somebody else may be intimidated by them or somebody else may be offended by them. Your person don't give a shit. They're going to say it how it is. Especially if it has to do with the progression of things. So definitely your person here, again, very, very powerful energy, very fiery, passionate energy. And I feel like when it comes to your connection here, this is someone who's going to be very good at compromising. I feel like, there are some leadership skills that may translate or that may be transferable into your love life, but they're not going to be trying to like boss you around or try to overpower you. I feel like this is someone who recognizes the power in you as well, and they work, and you both work very well with one another. Some of you may work with this person, like you may meet them through work. Um, Others of you, I just feel like this is someone who, again, they recognizes your worth and your value, and they treat you as such. And for and they may even see something within you that you don't even see within yourself, and they may help you to reach that as well. So in this connection, there's going to be a lot of expansion. I feel like while they may operate very well with their lower chakras, you operate very well in your higher chakras. So you may be someone who's very much more like spiritually inclined than them. Definitely, this is giving like divine masculine, divine feminine energy. It's almost giving twin flame energy. I don't use that terminology a whole lot, but twin flame energy for sure. It's like you both complement each other very well. Like you're gonna help them spiritually, help them connect to their intuition, help them to connect to their higher power or their higher self, while they're gonna help you connect with your body and connect with your earthly self. Does this make sense? So again, you both really complement each other in that sense. Really, I love this energy with y'all. So let's get a couple more cards to close the reading off with. Very, very compatible relationship. Very compatible. Even like astrologically, you both may look at your like do a compatibility chart, or get like a reading, like a compatibility reading. Um, and it may show a lot of compatible, like, what is it? I forget the term in astrology to where like two different signs or two different planets may really complement each other. I forget. If you know, do it in the or write it in the comment section. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connect attraction here. So you both are going to have such strong chemistry with one another. You both really complement. You both have this like fiery, passionate, like powerful, I know who I am type of energy. And the both of you coming together is like power couple vibes. You may even like when you touch each other, it may be a little bit of static, kind of like how they're doing here. It may be a little bit of static when you touch each other, and that may even be a sign of how you'll know that this is your person. It may be a static shock when you touch them or when you shake their hand or something. But yeah, strong chemistry and attraction here. Love that. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So this is just your spirit guide saying to don't try to control this. Don't try to guess how, when, where, or why this is going to happen. Just go with this connection. I feel like this connection is going to kind of come out of nowhere, and it's meant for you to just go with it. Some of you with friendliness here, you may start off as very close friends or very close acquaintances. This might even be someone who may start off as like a mentor of yours or a teacher of yours or somebody who's helping you out. You may have a business, I'm hearing, and this person may help you with that business. And it may, kind of change into something a little bit more. Um, but I feel like overall, like your spirit guides really want you to go with the flow of this connection, no matter how it may start. Just go with the flow and just allow things to unfold naturally for you, because it may unfold in a way better than what you were thinking or hoping. So group number 3, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed. And I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out.